Hey, this is Jordan Kavanaugh. After reading the 360 Degree Leaders Section 2, I decided that the most relevant to what I do would be the tension challenge. I'm in financial services, and it's a very high pressure position or industry in general. There's a whole lot of tension that comes along with it, for better or worse. It's a highly regulated industry. Everything is metricized. It's really sink or swim. I mean, the retention rate is fairly low compared to a lot of other positions. You either hit your numbers and produce or you fail out. It's as simple as that. So it seemed like a natural decision to go with the tension challenge. Just my personal challenge is kind of leading without the title or the team or any of that traditional stuff that comes along with being a leader, so to speak. That being said, I do consider myself a leader. I lead by example. I lead my colleagues. I'm kind of a lead by example sort of guy, I guess you could say. I come into work, I put my head down, and I just bust my tail, and I think other people take note of that, whether it be the leaders in the organization, my colleagues, clients, prospects, that's why I've been able to achieve success relatively quickly in this industry is because I kind of lead by example and do my thing and work, I don't really talk a lot, I kind of let my actions speak for me, if that makes sense. So just to go over some of the questions that were asked in this chapter, as far as empowerment, I'm not really monitored or micromanaged too often. I have weekly meetings with my direct report, one of the VPs here, and during that meeting we discuss, my strategy for the next week, my numbers, how many calls am I making, how many appointments am I setting, how many networking events am I attending, all that good stuff. But other than that, it's pretty much full autonomy, which is nice. That's part of what I enjoy about the industry in this particular organization. That being said, there's a lot of tension that comes along with it. I mean, nobody's saying, "Hey, Jordan, you got to do this." It's really, I'm up to my own accord. So whether I come in or whether I don't or whether I set a meeting, I mean, nobody's hurting but myself. And just to be a good leader within the organization, I always make sure that I'm there. I stay after hours often. Again, I just lead by example, or I'd like to think I do. As far as initiating, conversation with my leaders, I don't really talk to them too much. I like to be out of the office. It means I'm on meetings and I'm producing. So that's a good thing. The DNA of the leadership within the organization, it's a lot of type A personality people. That being said, kind of the common denominator along with that is they're all great salespeople. They're all able to develop rapport with clients very quickly, and they do what's in their best interest. They have a deep and genuine care for the best interests of their clients. But they come from all different walks of life and backgrounds, and there's not really a prototype. So it's a pretty dynamic industry and pretty dynamic office. Finance is constantly changing, and that's something that I really enjoy about it. So I'm constantly learning. I'm bringing appointments to the proven producers in the firm and kind of emulating their style, getting the talk track down, all that good stuff. And then when I take guys who are new in the business on meetings with myself, I kind of go by what they do, and that's another aspect of my leadership is I try to impart that knowledge that I've learned from others onto the new guys. So it's kind of a domino effect. Then appreciation. I mean, I'll be transparent. I enjoy getting credit just as much as the next guy, but again, actions speak louder than words. I'm a firm believer in that. So regardless of whether or not I get credit, even when I feel I'm due it, it's about the long run. I'm not too into instant gratification, and I understand that sometimes recognition takes a while to get. But I think that the right people in the firm notice when I do something well or do something right, and hopefully they keep it in the back of their head when a new promotion or something is up for discussion. And then as far as dealing with the tension that comes along with the position, I unwind on the drive home. I have a nice little commute. Being in the DC area, traffic's pretty bad. So I'll just listen to music, go out with friends, exercise, all that good stuff, and it really helps me deal with the tension in the office place, because everybody has a bad day in this industry. It happens a good bit. You might have a case that you thought you were going to close. It was like a sure thing. And for some reason, someone backs out or it doesn't pan out or a policy was denied or, there are a number of different factors that can lead to something going awry. So the way I deal with it is I just kind of stay even keeled. I don't let the highs get me too high or the lows get me too low. And I found that to be a real effective method in dealing with the tension and pressures that come along with this position. That being said, I mean, the way the tension challenge is going to benefit me and build my influence as a leader is, the fact that I'm able to handle it being so relatively new in the industry. I think a lot of the older guys in the firm, guys and girls in the firm, men and women, kind of take notice of that, and they say, or I'd like to think that they're saying, hey, this guy is I think he gets it, and hopefully they notice, and if they don't, hey, I got plenty of time to continue to impress. So mastering this challenge will build my influence as a leader because again, I just won't let the highs get me too high, the lows get me too low, and I'll try to rise above the tension.